This is STLTechTalk's coverage of the DigiGirlz. DigiGirlz program that was held at the St. Louis Science Center by Microsoft. It's a Microsoft Youth Spark program that gives high school girls the opportunity to learn about careers in technology, connect with Microsoft employees, and participate in hands-on computer and technological workshops. This event was amazing. So much positive energy, educational, quality information, and a sense of community. Whether you are a man or a woman, everyone should be treated the same and with respect. The introduction video about what it means to be a girl was phenomenal.
Now grow like a girl. Aww.
My name is Dakota and I'm 10 years old.
Show me what it looks like to run like a girl. Throw like a girl. Fight like a girl. What does it mean to you when I say run like a girl?
It means run fast as you can.
So do you think you just insulted your sister?
No. I mean, yeah, insulted girls, but not my sister.
Is like a girl a good thing?
Actually, I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing. It sounds like a bad thing. It sounds like you're trying to humiliate someone.
So when they're in that vulnerable time, between 10 and 12, how do you think it affects them when somebody uses like a girl as an insult?
I think it definitely drops their self-confidence and really puts them down because during that time, they're already trying to figure themselves out. And when somebody says you hit like a girl, it's like, well, what does that mean? Because they think they're a strong person. It's kind of like telling them that they're weak and they're not as good as them.
And what advice do you have to young girls who are told they run like a girl, kick like a girl, hit like a girl, swim like a girl?
Keep doing it because it's working. If somebody else says that running like a girl or kicking like a girl or shooting like a girl is something that you shouldn't be doing, that's their problem. Because if you're still scoring and you're still getting to the ball on time and you're still being first, you're doing it right. It doesn't matter what they say. I mean, yes, I kick like a girl and I swim like a girl and I walk like a girl and I wake up in the morning like a girl because I am a girl. And that's not something that I should be ashamed of. So I'm gonna do it anyway. That's what they should do.
If I asked you to run like a girl now, would you do it differently?
I would run like myself.
Would you like a chance to redo it?
Why can't run like a girl also mean win the race?
Instead of thinking first of weakness and frailty, think fluid and elegant. The first speaker was from the St. Louis Science Center.
We look out here and we say the future's really bright. This is what motivates us to do what we do every day. And to make great exhibits, develop great programs, to be a part of a community to help make this science, technology, engineering, math something cool, something fun, something that everyone can do. And what we've found is, unfortunately, many of you make choices in college to steer away from those fields. And I just can't tell you how important it is for you to stick with it, fight a little bit, work a little bit harder, do whatever it takes, because we really need you. We need women in this field desperately, and especially in the technology, especially in computer science, where we lose so many of you in college. You've got the skills, you've got the abilities, you've got all the things that will be there to be successful, but for whatever reason you decide not to. So I'm here to encourage you to stick with it, and the Science Center is there to say, come back home anytime you like and visit us. So have a great time, enjoy, learn, share, do what girls do so well, collaborate, and build and develop networks that will last beyond today and will last well into the future. So thanks, have fun. All right. Very good.
The next speaker was Congresswoman Ann Wagner.
DigiGirlz program, a technology explosion, and I'm so thrilled that you're taking advantage of this opportunity. We need more women to step up in the entire STEM field, in science, and technology, and engineering, and mathematics. Because just as Mr. Vescalani said, we are the problem solvers. Women are doers. I find it in Congress, I find it in life, I find it in every field, I certainly find it in technology. We do collaborate, we ask questions, and we do something that men never do. You know what that is? We listen. We are on the cutting edge of so much, and you have such incredible bright futures ahead of you. You are going to solve the problems of the world. We have so many issues that deal with the sciences and technology, engineering, and mathematics and arena that need your help to solve in our nation and certainly in our world. And we're talking a lot about technology, obviously, today, and it's how we communicate. You know how we communicate. It's how you communicate to your friends, to your family, to everyone that surrounds you. It's how I communicate. I have 750,000 constituents in the St. Louis metropolitan area that I have to communicate with. Without technology, I couldn't get that done. I will tell you that women, you should know this, I guess a Pew Research poll came out in 2012, and I love to tell this to young girls, especially ones that are heading into high school or getting ready to head to college, that 71% of high school graduates are women. 71% of the women high school graduates are going on to college. Guess how many high school men are going on to college? 61%. Women rule. You're taking over the education system. You are involved in the post-secondary education system more than any guys in your classrooms. You're going on to graduate school. Today's election day in Missouri. And certainly big elections going on in the St. Louis area here. Women make up 54% of the elections. So you are the ones who are going to be most educated. You're the ones who are going to decide who it is that's serving you in all the elected official areas. You make a majority of every spending decision that goes on in life, especially once you get married, if you decide to get married. You will make 85% of the spending decisions. You balance the budgets of the homes. You care deeply about a lot of the issues that are on the front line in our nation right now, whether they have to do with health care, whether they have to do with energy policy, whether they have to do with our futures. A lot of us I talk about the future of my children and grandchildren, but we're talking about that for you. You care about the next generation, but you care about your future. The future's now for you, and you need to embrace it in a very big way and take advantage of opportunities like this, opportunities in your educational system, opportunities to lead. You are the best, and you are the brightest. I'll give you a few, I won't get preachy on here, but a few little mom lessons here that I hope will serve you well as you move through life and navigate so much that's just bombarded because of technology. It's a good thing, but you have to be careful and you have to be safe. I will tell you in life as you move through and you're looking at the schools you go to, the people you surround yourself, always find the best people, best friends, the best teachers, the best classes, the best mentors. Look for the best. Look for people that will raise that bar and make you move a little bit higher. Don't settle. Don't settle for anything. You look for the best and the brightest and surround yourself with the best and the brightest. Make good choices, huh? I hear that a million times a day. You know, there are consequences to our actions, and it's tough. And it's a tough world out there. We all make mistakes. We all fail. I've won elections and I've lost elections. I've learned more from the ones I've lost, to be perfectly honest. But I'll tell you, make good choices, ones that are going to respect your brain and your body. Make good choices. Be careful with the social media. Be careful what you put up on that Facebook page, what you're tweeting out. Respect your privacy. Know that a lot of times what you're putting out there is permanent in some way, shape, or form. So be careful as you navigate through all of these challenges that you all are faced with. It. I didn't have a young child, but I still have a 19-year-old daughter, and I watched her journey through these challenges. So be careful, have fun, pursue your passions, lead others, stand up for the truth, speak the truth when others in the room are not. Be informed, be involved in everything that you're doing, and be leaders. Be leaders in every single field because you have that opportunity. Because you rule. You really do. You're in charge. And you're certainly in charge of your own destiny. So programs like this will help you with the tools that you need to advance and move forward. The networking. Get to know each other. Visit. I know you don't have business cards, but take down each other's whatever you take down. What do you take down? Huh? Your Tumblr or Europe or whatever it is, and take all that down and make sure that you're communicating with each other and stay in touch as you journey through this. And I'm so thrilled that you've chosen the technology field to get involved in. To know how important it is to our futures. And always remember, ladies, that it is our job in life, and I'll leave you with one last thought, to serve a cause greater than oneself. In all ways, in all that you do, serve a cause greater than oneself. You can do that professionally, you can do that personally, you can do that in every facet of your life. Say yes, step outside of your comfort zones. Take that leap of faith. Take advantage of every opportunity that crosses your path. I know I'll be seeing you in high places in the years to come. So I congratulate you. I congratulate the strong women that stand behind you and encourage you, and some of those strong men too. We'll give them a break, right? But good luck today. Good luck in life. My name again is Ann Wagner. I'm in St. Louis when I'm not in Washington, D.C. If ever you're looking for advice, mentorship, help, direction, come to me. You're always welcome. My door is always open. So best of luck. Take advantage of the rest of your summer.
At the meeting with the Microsoft retail employees, it was awesome to see how women can work with and for Microsoft in achieving their dreams and their dream jobs. The Microsoft store focuses on their community as well.
We have a compass that we go by, and there are 4 points that we always focus on. So we just focus on our store, our team, our community, and our customers. Our customers are our heroes, and we love them. So everything we do is to take care of you. We're not going to sell you a $1,000 machine because we want to make that $1,000. We don't work on commission. We're going to sell you a $500 machine if that's what's going to use your needs. We're going to sell you a $300 machine if that's what's going to suit your needs. So
We always encourage you, thinking outside the box. Don't close the door on technology. Think about what is it I like to do and how can I make that happen in technology world.
And of course, an Xbox demonstration on how games can be physical and fun. Opening opportunities and look into resources in your community. The Microsoft Store is here to help you. On to other sessions, coding for the Kinect for Windows. The importance of math in programming cannot be underestimated or understated, and how programming can really change the world and how we interact with that world. Also making life easier for those less fortunate or with disabilities. Next up was the session for Project Spark. This shows girls the logic and controls in creating worlds and creatures. This taps into the creative mind and allows for more endless possibilities. Great hands-on experience programming. Lastly was programming robotics. Yes, you heard right, robots. Each group had their own robot to code and make move, throw, chase, you name it, they were doing it. In fact, there was an alligator robot that kept trying to attack me. Back at the planetarium, there was a great little video that shows how fast technology changes and remembering how technology has evolved.
Stop, play, okay.
What are you talking about? You gotta be kidding.
I met wonderful people here. One of the DigiGirlz alumni is Lexi Boyer, who's going to talk a little bit about herself now.
Hi, so I'm Lexi Boyer, and I am a DigiGirlz alumni. I attended DigiGirlz for the past 3 years, and it really impacted my decision to major in a technology-related field in college because I was so inspired by all of the executive women that I was able to meet over the course of the camp. So that was just a really cool opportunity for me, and I wanted to be just like them. So in the fall, I'm going to pursue a college degree at Maryville University here locally to major in graphic design. So that's kind of like art and technology, and minor in business administration or related fields. So someday I can run my own business. And I also loved seeing the impact of technology in so many different aspects of today's society. It's just everywhere, regardless of whether or not you realize it. So DigiGirlz was a fantastic opportunity for me, and I really hope that you guys take as much out of it as I did. So enjoy.
Just have one question. Okay, she mentioned the executive women and the professionals that you're going to be meeting this afternoon. Some of them are here already, I can see, and joining some of the tables. This is a fantastic opportunity, and can you just give us what inspires you? Not just seeing, but what are some of the things that they might have told you?
Well, they were just really passionate about everything that they were doing. They were so driven and motivated to continue in their field, and they didn't let their gender, being a woman, restrict them from doing anything in the business world.
Our day ended with a panel of very successful women talking with the DigiGirlz and emphasizing the importance of education and staying focused to accomplish their goals and dreams.
Just want to kind of set the premise a little bit of what we'd like to do today. We definitely want this to be an open dialogue. This is your opportunity, and we did the circle format because we don't want you to feel separated from us. I want you to feel comfortable enough to ask questions that you want to ask. There's no bad question. We have a certain, we talked a little bit earlier about respecting each other and showing respect as when one is speaking, and also too, if you're inquiring about information, probably asking the question that you want to know the answer to as well. We want to make sure that first and foremost we respect each other in this environment, but then also to just feel comfortable to really ask the questions that you want to ask. These are very accomplished women that have accomplished things in the world of technology, and it's an opportunity for you to find out what career paths they took. Have they always been interested in technology? What type of education is required for them to accomplish what they've accomplished? What are some of the things that they're looking to accomplish? Because I'm sure they all still have a list of things that they would like to accomplish as well. So let's just talk. Who wants to go first? Anybody can volunteer? Anyone? Go ahead.
What classes did you have to take in high school to actually be accepted into college and to major in technology?
I'll go first with that one. In high school, I don't know that I had taught that far ahead. A very good question. I took advanced science and math courses, which piqued my interest in technology. So when I got to college and I was asked, well, what are you majoring in? I know a lot about science and math. Now that I've taken these courses, how about information technology? That sounds good. It has to do with computers. Maybe not the right way to go,
topic growing up. Does that have something to do with my background? I can tell from my accent I'm not from around here. I actually grew up in the Philippines, which is halfway around the world over here. So being surrounded by beaches and marine life was always interested me in biology. So in high school, see back then, I'm going to date myself, because back then our curriculum didn't afford us much choices in, really kind of formatting and really choosing kind of the curriculum to have and like the opportunities that you have today, which I think is fabulous. And I actually also have a 10th grader in the fall, so she's 15, she'll be a 10th grader at the Visitation Academy. But the wonderful way by which technology is really integrated into learning in most everything that we do now. So take advantage of that opportunity and would echo what she was saying. Truly follow your passion. I mean, if you are interested in physics, math, chemistry, biology, by all means try to expose yourself and try to gain as much experience in those fields and take advantage of it.
I just would add on that, don't give up on math class. Just stick with math. When you get to college, you just have more choices. And I never was that much into the life sciences or any sciences, but I stuck with math, and then it gave me a lot of opportunities later on. So I have to learn it sooner or later.
I can answer that from a little bit different standpoint since I'm a recent graduate. I've always loved technology, and so I just kind of dabbled in all of these technology fields like programming, graphic design, and because I was interested in majoring in that field, my college was interested in having me, so they had programs that they offered over the summer that would expose me to fields that I was interested in, and from that I was really able to decide, okay, kind of this is what I like, and stick with that.
I think one of the things that you all can do as well, and what will help in terms of, because even as freshmen, that's the time when you really start looking at the courses that you're taking in high school, which will almost determine what colleges you go to as well. So if you have a college in mind already, or even just start looking at some colleges and look at their technology programs and see what their minimum requirements are. Because they may have a minimum in terms of certain math that you should have taken, certain sciences that you should have taken in order to be accepted into your school. That will help you to determine what classes you take, work with your guidance counselor and your parents, even as a freshman, to know what you need to take for those 4 years in high school. That's a good question. Very good question.
Could add too, there are certain programs in the St. Louis area, like the one that is offered by the University of Missouri St. Louis. It's called the STARS program. I wonder if any of you have heard of the STARS program. But STARS stands for Students and Teachers as Research Scientists. And what this is a program for, some of you may be a little bit too young, but those of you who are going to be rising juniors, that is to say juniors going into their senior year. The summer program, I forget how long the program is, but it's probably 8 to 12 weeks, where you actually work side by side with a research scientist working on a particular research project in biology, geology, engineering, anything. Do check that out. It's really a wonderful opportunity that I think any of you should take advantage of.
Do you have paper and notebook in here? Yes? No? Check out the bag. If you have it.
I don't know about you guys, but I hear a lot of good information all day long with the folks that I work with. So I keep a notebook with me and I jot things down. And if I was in your seat, if I heard things and it sparked my interest, and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. When I walk out, I might be thinking to myself, what's what we said? That was a lot of good information.
Yeah. Even if it's a piece of paper that you have in there, with a blank space on the back, write on that. Just write on the phone, it's yours.
Just what works for you. No test afterwards?
No test afterwards. No test. about a program that is great for note-taking that can be used across a world of devices. Can anybody tell me what it was? I see hands up. What's that? OneNote. OneNote. I know you always have your phone with you, right?
I have to tell you guys, I just discovered OneNote, like when I joined Microsoft a month ago. I can't believe I never used it before. It is the best thing ever. You guys have got to start using it. And I think even in high school, if you want to share notes you got in class with your friends, if your friend misses class or something like that, it's such an easy way to be able to share your knowledge with other people in your class and really kind of collaborate. So it is an awesome tool if you start getting used to using it.
So if you have an opportunity tonight, probably don't have time now, but maybe if you're interested in OneNote, be interested in pursuing careers in technology, it just opens up the career paths that you can take or the career opportunities that are available to you. That's a very good question. I think I saw another hand. How about you?
What are you guys' favorite aspects of technology, modern technology?
One thing that just jumps in my head is the speed of technology today is just so quick. There's something new out every day. And, when I was younger, so there were no cell phones, really, there were cell phones out, but I did not have a cell phone in high school. I wasn't using a cell phone. The pace was so much slower. When we talked about that Walkman video we watched over lunch, and it's like Walkman came out and I had a Walkman, and then it was, I don't know how long, maybe 10 years later, they came out with CD players. You guys probably know what CDs are, right? And so those came out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And that was like years after that Walkman with the cassette tapes. And then years later, it's like things started rapidly moving. Now there's a new music company coming out with a new app that you guys can get every single day where you can it's always changing, and that's, I think, for me, that's what makes it so exciting and what keeps me so interested and engaged in technology. So that's my favorite aspect, I guess. Never know what's happening.
I would agree with that and echo and extend that just a little bit. Favorite aspect, I like to be challenged. I like to learn. I like to sit and do the same thing over and over all day. I definitely don't do that with technology. Because like you're saying, it continually evolves and it continually changes. So I get to be a lifetime student and they pay me for it, which is amazing.
The thing I like most about technology is that information is really literally at your fingertips. You have a question, you can find the answer, it's out there. You still have to use your brain power though to figure out what information is good and reliable versus what's not. So you have to still be savvy about that. But back in the day, we had volumes of encyclopedia books. We had to go to the library to do our research, and then nowadays, you just type in your question, you just Google it, or you just name it. Sorry. Because it's not Google, that's what Bing stands for, right? Yeah. So that's I'm not saying that I hope that libraries will be obsolete, because libraries are still my favorite. I still love going to libraries, just the smell of books. I would never really, commit to electronic books now, but it's just the ease now of finding the information that you need. That's what I love most about technology.
I would ditto that, because you can't wait till the last minute, back in the old days, to do your homework.
Yeah.
Plan ahead to get a ride to the library. I also like how much faster things have become. They have like 1200 baud modem, and you would just wait all the time to get through getting on your computer. And now everything's so fast. And also you can just carry it around with you. I remember in big computers you had to go like the corner where your computer was. Now we say, gosh, if I could carry one around, I would write books all day long. And of course now I don't write books all day long, but I love to have a computer with me.
My favorite aspect too is having the information so readily available. I think a lot of people, they get on the computer and they get distracted by like Facebook, and Twitter, and Pinterest, but you're missing out on the fact that you have so much information just right there in your lap, and that there is literally nothing that you can't learn from sitting quick being a searcher. So
you guys earlier, my favorite word when we talk about our mission statement is magic. Like that wow. When I do quite a bit in terms of multitasking, and technology allows me to be more productive. And so it helps me in every aspect of my life, from work to manage my personal life, helping my kids with their homework, or helping to manage their lives. So for me, it's all about productivity, and technology allows me to be as productive as I can be. Anybody else have a question? Go ahead.
Do engineering and technology majors kind of fall in some category? Like kind of like the same thing, because I don't know if I'm going to be an engineer or a technology major, but I know I'm going to do something with technology.
So you're thinking about all the what the difference is?
I think there are different types of engineers. There are technical engineers, there are maybe civil engineers, other engineers are electrical. So, depending on what sparks your interest, engineer is kind of a term that describes a certain job. So depending on what you're into, it could be engineering. So if technology is what you're into, I don't know what it is today. Maybe when I was in college, they called it CIS, Computer Information Systems, or MIS, Management Information Systems, or just IS, Information Systems. We covered it all. I think each college, and wish maybe we had someone with a collegiate education background here to speak to that. Beth from Webster University sat at my table at lunch, maybe in person, and we can all look at that information for you. I don't know, what does everybody else think?
I would say, I think that Dan just won it earlier in terms of math. If you keep math as a foundation, whether you decide to go with the computer science or with the engineering or any type of technology career, math is going to be the foundation for you there. So if you're undecided at this point while you're learning more about the opportunities available in the engineering world, if you continue with the math courses to make sure that you have a solid foundation in math, it'll help to build the foundation that you need to go into the career choice when you make that.
And I can tell you something our company's doing. So we hire software engineers. We can't find enough software engineers. So we are looking to hire any kind of engineers and teach them software programming. So because it's the same really kind of problem solving and just good logical mind, and so we found that to be successful. So it never hurts to take a little software and think knowledge.
And engineering is a multidisciplinary program so that if you are interested in biology, environment, and ecology, and then use your process skills for problem solving, then you could be an environmental engineer. If you like to design and build and create, then you could either be a mechanical engineer or what's the other one, civil engineer if you're really interested in design. So yeah, engineering is a good kind of way to bring many different interests that you might have together.
I would also just add, as someone who didn't know necessarily what I wanted to do when I was going to college, keeping an open mind and trying different types of classes really could help you figure out what you really like. And you should have some sort of advisor who you can kind of talk through what you liked about the different programs, and they can kind of lead you in a certain direction based on what you liked about the classes and maybe what you didn't, or what you're looking for. So usually an advisor is really helpful for that once you start school. But I would say maybe try a few different types of classes and then figure out what's really natural for me and what do I think I really get a lot of enjoyment out of.
Another simple thing that you can do with that is a lot of colleges have descriptions of the programs they offer on their website. So if you want maybe some of the engineering majors that you're interested in, it'll give you like a description of the major and some of the courses that you take to see if any of that interests you.
What did I see? Go ahead.
What are like some schools that are, known for people who leave a school become, really good technologist people, technology.
Virginia Tech is one that pops into my mind. MIT, obviously. I don't know about any in Missouri, just because I don't know. Well, Rama, yeah.
Rama definitely local. And then you may, what you want to do is so you look at different various colleges and look specifically at their school. So, you know, one particular college may be known for their business school, and their reputation precedes them, but it may be only because of their business school, whereas another may be because of their biology or their sciences program. So you definitely want to look at the different schools. Also, you think about where you want to go to school. That has a factor too in terms of if you want to stay in the Midwest, you want to go to the East or the West Coast, you want to go Northeast, and then narrow your school choices down that way. Because one of the things you'll factor into your decision. But definitely, I love the fact that you're already thinking about what types of colleges I need to be looking at. Because again, that's going to help drive the courses that you take in high school.
And the size too of the school that you want to go to is also very important. So, you know, a school like Rala, it's a smaller campus than maybe going to the University of Michigan. That's my alma mater. And they have a good engineering program. It's a huge school. So if you feel like you might be lost in a big campus, you might want to look at a smaller school. So have a equally great reputation.
I can't imagine that would. You've seen all the crazy like sci-fi movies. I don't know near that yet.
They'll create whatever you need to create.
Right.
Someday we'll have a colony on Mars, right?
Underwater.
Yep.
And they used to always say about the software developers that it's just going to get easier and easier because, you know, they'll just have tools to do that for us. But it's not easier. There's so many tools, you have to get them all to work together. So there's still a lot of problems. And you know, I just think
So I did a lot of coding. And when I graduated from college, I had the opportunity to take a position doing COBOL programming or take a job on a help desk and do something maybe I hadn't done at all. My stumbling block was, do I venture out into this scary world that I don't really know? Or do I take a position of something where I'm going to be stuck? And you heard me say a little bit earlier, I like a challenge, and I like to learn. I didn't want to be stuck. I took a leap. So maybe not a stumbling block, but a leap of faith. Just to go out there and see what else the world had to offer.
Communication is really key to success in anything, whether it's through your studies or when you are in your career. It's very important to, you know, understand, you know, as many perspectives as possible, so that if you're working singularly, a group working on a project together, not everybody may be, you know, necessarily united on what this project will look like, what you know, what it needs to do, what it needs to achieve. So communication is really key, and sometimes it's not always easy to do. You know, to have clear communication. So oftentimes that, I would say, is the biggest stumbling block in any kind of project I've tackled. So
I guess mine is a little bit, I think some years I don't like to be bored, but I think early in my career I felt a little bit like, oh, I just should be quiet and just be bored, instead of trying to be a little more proactive about what could I do to maybe think of a way to make it interesting or volunteer something and talk to somebody and learn something about what he's doing and what I'm doing, and eventually I learned how to do that, and that helped me get more.
I guess I would kind of bounce off of what she was saying that really for me, I graduated with a degree in psychology. I went into finance, now I'm I can make it in financial services. Just knowing, challenging yourself and just not being scared of the unknown. I think it's just a little bit more than just a stumbling block, but just kind of some advice for, when those stumbling blocks come about, don't be scared of them. Sometimes they'll be the most rewarding experiences that you'll come across. So just, keep your perspective open and trying things that you'll be afraid of.
So the one question that would be great for us to close out, we're closing out and sort of making our transition, would be, we'll just go quickly down the panel and what I wish, share advice, what I wish someone would have told you about careers, college programs, classes, and high school, etc.
Okay, I would say, I wish someone had told me younger that the killer combination is having, those people skills, but also having that technology kind of understanding, or just that type of skill that you bring to the table. I feel like I've really focused on that people side more, and now I'm trying to catch up on the other side. So if you can really be really strong in both of those areas, you will set yourself apart immediately. So I guess if I had known that earlier, maybe I would have kind of focused on different things when I was younger.
I would say find something that you're passionate about. I'm impressed that all of you have made the conscious decision to be here at this event. That shows something. You're interested, something sparked your interest. So if it's something, science, math, technology, engineering that you're interested in, find your passion and run with it. Because when you come out on the other side, and you're expected to become a worker in society, it's much easier to get out of bed every morning if you're going to work with something that you love and you're passionate about versus, oh my gosh, I have to do that again. So really impressive you guys are taking a step this week to be involved. It's starting to help you figure out your path.
I wish I was told not to be afraid to find out what's out there. So for those of you who kind of know already what you're passionate about, that's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. But if you don't know what it is that is really something that you'd be interested in for life, don't be afraid to go out there and find out more about everything that you can find out about careers in STEM. Talk to a person who's in biology, doing genetics or biotechnology, talk to an engineer, talk to a mathematician, talk to a chemist. I mean, really reach out and through your parents, through parents of your friends, talk to them and find out about their careers and what they're really passionate about. And then, just try it out. You guys are so young, and you have the time to really be able to, test the waters a little bit. And shadow someone if you know. Shadow an engineer, an architect, or a doctor, and really find out what it is that will make you really interested.
I guess my advice would have been, sometimes you think the STEM careers are hard, but they're not. I mean, they're hard, but they need hard work, but they're not as hard. So you just gotta have confidence. When you ever see, oh, I don't think I can do that. Don't ever tell yourself that, because if you work hard, you start to see over your whole life, you just get so much better. You're better than anybody and anything if you really work on something. So that's what I wish I would have figured that out younger.
For me, it is not the end of the world if you end up graduating high school and you have absolutely no idea what you want to do. Because the best thing to do is just to try everything that interests you. Find what you like, find what you're good at, and then, like you said, make sure that you're doing something that you're passionate about. Like, up until my junior year of high school, I thought I was going to major in law, and now I look back on that and I realize I would have been so bored. So technology is always something that I loved, and so I made the effort to start looking at jobs that might involve things that I was interested in, and I found the field of graphic design, which combines technology and art, two things that I'm really, really passionate about. So I'm really excited about majoring in a field that is just really something that I love. So I encourage you to make sure that you find your passion and just stick with that.
Well, we want to thank these ladies for sharing their time and their advice with us this afternoon. Let's give them a round of applause.
DigiGirlz is a wonderful program, and I was humbled by how amazing the event was. So thank you to the St. Louis Science Center, Microsoft, the Microsoft Store, and everyone who we talked to.